Well, hello, everyone. This is Lara Sowinski, Group Editor for the CropLife Media Group. Welcome to the September 6th edition of Retail Week. And as you could tell, our colleague Eric Siligoy is on the road this week. He's traveling. So I have asked our senior content specialist, Dan Jacobs, who writes for both CropLife and CropLife Iron, to sit in this week and tell us about a new podcast that Dan is doing. And so want to welcome Dan. Hey, Dan, how you doing?
I'm well, Laura. Thanks for having me on.
Good, of course. So I understand you have a new podcast. What's the scoop? What's the theme, and what's going on now?
Okay, the new podcast will be called Smart Tech Decoded. As our listeners have noticed, probably, and readers in the magazine noticed that we really have added smart technology coverage in a lot of our content. And we thought that this would be a good opportunity also to share that through a new podcast.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, for sure. We kind of started the July issue with the bang with Smart Tech, but Smart Tech, if you think about it, it really is just an ongoing advancement of what's out there, sprinkled in with some new things. I think when I think of Smart Tech, I think really about we're getting the connectivity and the ability to capture real-time stuff, in a way that really wasn't possible before. It just gets better and better, kind of fueled and powered by AI in the last, year or two. So not only is the technology itself, to me, kind of exciting, but really, what does it do? Like, why is it so exciting, and how is it going to change things for farmers and retailers and others actually along the value chain? Um, what kind of things, as far as themes and topics and stuff that you're exploring, give us a glimpse as to what you'll be talking about.
As readers, longtime readers of CropLife know, we used to call this, not even this, we used to cover what we would call precision agriculture. And this is really sort of the next generation of agriculture. I mean, agriculture is what is measured in millennia,
Right.
not just in months, although things are changing so quickly. As you mentioned, we're covering, we're focusing a lot on artificial intelligence. And even just a few months ago, or maybe less than a year ago, AI was active ingredient. And now when we say AI, it means artificial intelligence. Where precision ag sort of focused on the getting data, AI is taking it to the next step, and including in that taking that data and then making it actionable. And interoperability is what kind of we're focused on. It's different machines being able to talk to the back office, being able to talk to each other. And we believe that it's going to help things with labor. I mean, that's always one of the top 2 or 3 issues that growers are dealing with. Water scarcity, just a host of problems that exist. And this will be something that we hope and we believe will be making those either to eliminate or even at least mitigate some of those challenges.
Right. Yeah. So I know you've started already doing some interviews with guests and talking to some folks out there. Who all have you spoken with thus far, or maybe just give us tease up a name or two, and maybe a little tidbit from the conversation.
Sure. I've been talking with a few folks who are trying to set up some interviews. We're still working on getting some in the bag here, but the one I did recently was Paul Mikesell from a laser weeder, literally a machine that goes through the field and zaps weeds in milliseconds. It's not using any chemistry right now. I hope to be talking to some folks that will be able to use drones, that will be able to use other devices in a way that connects them, so that the data is there, that the farmer can take the information from the sensors, from the machines, from the air, from satellites, from everywhere, and just do the jobs more efficiently, more
Yeah.
effectively, and at less cost.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the multiple benefits are exciting and we've been likewise talking to some folks. We've had some folks on recently here at Retail Week and obviously as we're working on the October issue of CropLife, which is a 25-year mark, the century mark of what the ag retail sector has gone through, and smart tech features prominently in the October issue, so that'll be exciting. I've heard it described as kind of going from intuition to intelligence. You have this data now, you're able to make decisions based on real data that you have that maybe otherwise didn't have. There were some blind spots or whatever. And I thought that kind of captured maybe some of the benefits. Again, not only are the devices and the hardware, the software cool, but wow, how is this really fundamentally changing what we're doing, what we're seeing, how we're reacting to it, what we can forecast? It's pretty exciting. And again, it's not like this is a brand new thing that came onto the scene, like you said, and just in recent time, this has been a steady from precision ag to maybe ag tech, the all-encompassing ag tech, to now really a more like smart tech. This is really the next thing, so it's pretty exciting. So Smart Tech Decoded. When are you gonna? Is that a weekly podcast you're doing it? What's the scoop? Give us the rundown on that front.
Well, we're still figuring out the plan for it. My thought is every other week,
Okay.
every 2 weeks or so, we will be hopefully publishing a new podcast. Yeah, you mentioned the October issue and the 25-year history. It's been interesting. I've been doing a little research into that because one of the pieces I'm writing is about technology and how that's changed in the equipment and how that's changed in the last 25 years, and things that were entry level, or new at the time are now sort of table stakes. I mean, you have to have these in your systems, or you're not even going to be part of the conversation when it comes to new purchases and that kind of thing. So it's fascinating how quickly this has evolved. I just read a piece last night that was done back in 2013, and it was the author of that was a guest writer, wrote about what he thought technology would look like in 50 years. Uh, and that was only in what are we 2025, so that was 12 years ago. And
Yeah.
some of what he wrote that is expected to be in 2050 is already happening right now. Talking about like driverless cars kind of thing. So um, it'll be beyond even what he projected, I think, in many cases. And of course, we've been talking about driverless cars for a long time now, and they haven't quite taken over. And the flying cars that we used to see on the Jetsons haven't hit us yet. We're supposed to have our personal jetpacks by now to get us around town, but that hasn't happened yet. So a lot of that, it's fun to kind of see where things were and try and guess where they're going to go.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's funny. I think, over the years, studying and learning about technology, I mean, whether from a broad supply chain viewpoint or more specifically in ag space, oftentimes it's said that technology can be the great, uh, you know, levels the playing field. If you're a small producer or something like that, now you have your hands on something powerful that you could really compete with. And I think even with AI, and if you think of AI, how it's kind of done that with journalism. I mean, now we have access to, let's just run this title through AI and see if there are some options. I mean, it's crazy. So no doubt that the impact in ag, not only like you said, just what it can do, but how fast it's going to move. So super excited for you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll keep an eye on it when so Smart Tech Decoded every other week. How how long do you anticipate your podcast things go?
I think it'll be, about 20 minutes, give or take a few here and there. We don't want to like keep people, uh, as much as I would love to say that they're sitting in their car waiting to go inside while they're listening to the last few minutes. I don't think that'll happen. So we don't make it too long just yet, but we're hoping to. I'm hoping. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to start. The end of September, the beginning of October, with the first couple of issues coming out. And I will say this: if you have a thought as to you, Laura, or to our listeners, if they have some suggestions about who we should cover, to make sure we hit all the right notes there, but please feel free to contact us.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, you heard it from Dan. That's a pitch. For those of you out there who want to be considered as a upcoming guest on Smart Tech Decoded, hosted by my colleague Dan Jacobs, drop him an email or send one over to Reed Telbeek, either to Eric or myself, and we'll get you lined up and in queue, as it were.
Great. Thank you, Laura.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, Dan. Appreciate it. Thanks to everyone out there. This episode of Retail Week. Enjoyed having you guys along, and we'll be back next week with Eric and Fun with Numbers. So long.
I'm not part of that.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you have questions or comments about today's episode of Retail Week, contact us by email or Twitter, or type your message in the comments section below. Your feedback is important to us. We will try our best to address your thoughts in next week's episode, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.